People in the UK make a costly mistake with their first £1,000. They hear investing and assume the big decision is choosing between a stocks and shares ISA and a self-invested personal pension. But here's the reality: the wrong choice isn't just a small slip. It can mean higher lifetime taxes or money locked away when you actually need flexibility. These two accounts are powerful, but they serve different purposes. An ISA gives you tax-free growth and tax-free withdrawals, with full access to your money. A SIPP gives you upfront tax relief, but locks your funds away until later life. If you prioritize the wrong one for your situation, you could miss out on employer pension contributions, sacrifice flexibility you'll need for a home or emergency fund, or lose valuable tax efficiency over decades. In the next 20 minutes, I'll break this down clearly and simply. We'll cover how each account is taxed on the way in, while invested, and on the way out, the real math behind tax relief versus tax-free withdrawals, the common traps people overlook, and a practical framework to decide where your next pound should go based on your age, income, and goals. By the end, you won't just understand the difference between a stocks and shares ISA and SIPP. You'll have a clear, structured strategy for building wealth with the right money in the right place at the right time. Let's start with the stocks and shares ISA. Think of this as your freedom fund. It's flexible, it's clean, it's simple. And for many people, it's the foundation of wealth building. The pros: 1. Tax-free everything. No capital gains tax, no dividend tax, no additional income tax when you withdraw. If your £1,000 turns into £10,000, £100,000, even £1 million, the government gets £0 on the growth. Every penny of profit is yours to keep. That tax-free compounding over decades is incredibly powerful. 2. The 24/7 exit. You can withdraw your money whenever you want. Tomorrow, next year, in 10 years. No penalties, no age restrictions, no forms explaining why you need it. That flexibility makes it ideal for house deposits, early retirement bridges, career breaks, business opportunities, or simply peace of mind. This is money that grows but stays accessible. 3. The annual allowance. You can invest up to £20,000 per tax year, and if you don't use it, you lose it. The allowance doesn't roll over. For higher earners or aggressive savers, this becomes a serious long-term tax shield.
The catch:
You're investing post-tax income. That means if you earned £1,250 from your job, income tax and national insurance were already deducted through PE. You're left with roughly £1,000 to invest. You don't receive an upfront tax boost, any automatic government contribution, any employer match. The ISA protects your growth, but it doesn't give you a head start. And that trade-off, flexibility now versus tax relief up front, is where the real decision begins. Now let's talk about the self-invested personal pension SIPP. This is where the maths becomes powerful because of tax relief. Think of it as your future fund, highly efficient but locked away. The advantage: tax relief. If you're a basic rate taxpayer, 20%, and you contribute £800, the government automatically adds £200. So £800 becomes £1,000 invested. That's an instant 25% uplift before any growth. If you're a higher rate taxpayer, 40%, it's even stronger. You still get the £200 added automatically, and you can claim an additional £200 via your tax return. In practical terms, £600 of take-home pay turns into £1,000 invested. That upfront boost, compounded over decades, can significantly increase your retirement pot. The trade-off: access and tax later. The catch is simple: you can't touch this money early. The minimum pension age is currently 55, rising to 57 in 2028. Until then, it's inaccessible, regardless of emergencies or early retirement plans. And when you withdraw, 25% is tax-free. The remaining 75% is taxed as income. So SIPP gives you tax relief up front, but limits flexibility and defers taxation to later. That's the core trade-off. Bigger boost today, less access tomorrow.
Knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Knees and toes.
Let's simplify the numbers. If you invest £1,000 into a stocks and shares ISA, £1,000 goes to work. But if £1,000 is your after-tax cost and you use a self-invested personal pension, tax relief boosts it. For a basic rate taxpayer, £1,000 of take-home pay becomes £1,250 invested in a SIPP. That's an instant 25% uplift before growth. 20-year example at 7%. Assume 7% annual growth. 20 years, no additional contributions.
ISA.
SIPP. That's nearly £1,000 extra from the same personal cost. The tax relief compounds. And over decades of regular investing, the gap widens significantly. The exit difference, where they diverge, is withdrawal.
ISA.
Withdraw yuan, keep yuan inbang, no tax. SIPP. Withdraw inbang yuan. 25% tax-free. 75% taxed as income. If taxed at 20%, you might keep around £8,500, £9,000. So the pension wins on the way in and during growth, but gives some back on the way out. The simple verdict: SIPP equals stronger for long-term retirement growth. ISA equals stronger for flexibility and access. One maximizes compounding. The other maximizes freedom. The right answer depends on when you'll need the money.
He was the right one.
So which one is better for you? Use this quick decision framework. 1. Do you have an emergency fund? If not, pause. Before using a stocks and shares ISA or a self-invested personal pension, build 3 to 6 months of essential expenses in an easy access savings account. Investing without a buffer forces you to sell at the wrong time, or wish you could access pension money you legally can't. 2. Saving for a house or car next 5 to 10 years? Choose the ISA. You need flexibility. A SIPP is locked until at least age 55, 57 from 2028. An ISA lets you invest, grow, and withdraw penalty-free when the time comes. Medium-term goal equals flexibility first. 3. Higher rate taxpayer, £50,000 plus income. The SIPP becomes extremely powerful. At 40% tax relief, £600 of take-home pay turns into £1,000 invested. That's effectively a 66% uplift before growth. If you expect to pay a lower tax rate in retirement, the pension becomes even more efficient. 4. Do you get an employer match? If yes, prioritize that first. Contribute enough to your workplace pension to receive the full employer match. That's an immediate 100% return on your contribution before tax relief or investment growth. No, ISA can beat free money. Simple order for most people. Build emergency fund. Max employer match. Higher rate taxpayer gives prioritize SIPP. Medium-term goals gives prioritize ISA. Long-term wealth gives use both strategically. It's not ISA versus SIPP. It's using the right tool in the right order at the right time. The truth? You probably don't need to choose one. You need both, used intentionally. Use the stocks and shares ISA as your early freedom fund. This is the money that can bridge the gap if you want to retire before pension age. Fund a house deposit. Support a career break. Give you optionality in your 40s and 50s. It's flexible, accessible, tax-free on exit. It gives you control over when you can step back from work. Then use the self-invested personal pension as your late retirement engine. This is where you maximize tax relief, harness long-term compounding, potentially reduce lifetime tax, secure your 60s, 70s, and beyond. The ISA gives you freedom. The SIPP gives you firepower. Together, they create a layered strategy. ISA for flexibility, SIPP for efficiency, both for wealth. That's how you build optionality, not just a pension pot. If this breakdown helped clarify the difference, hit subscribe. We're building a community of UK investors who want to retire early and retire well. And if you're ready for the next step, watch my video on how to build wealth in the UK, where I show you how to choose the actual investments to hold inside these accounts. I'll see you in the next one.